Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, November 7th, 2016. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. An earthquake measuring 5.0 on the Richter scale struck Oklahoma yesterday afternoon. There have been hundreds and hundreds of earthquakes in Oklahoma, supposedly as a result of fracking. This particular earthquake occurred about a mile and a quarter west of the city of Cushing, which is also the location of the largest U.S. oil storage hub. It prompted some pipeline companies to shut down operations at the site as a precaution. Magellan Midstream Partners, a pipeline operator, began to work through a controlled shutdown of its assets in the area, as did several other companies. Supposedly, as of this morning, there have been no damage reports, and the pipelines are going to be reopening. Berkshire Hathaway reported financial numbers on Friday afternoon. As predicted, both of their reinsurance units shrank in the third quarter of 2016, a reflection of competitive market conditions, as well as Berkshire's often stated policy that they are going to pass and decline on reinsurance opportunities where they don't think the premium is sufficient. General Re revenues dropped to $1.38 billion compared to $1.4 billion in the same period last year, and Berkshire Hathaway's reinsurance group fell slightly to $1.87 billion compared to $1.89 billion the previous year. Their insurance units enjoyed upticks. Geico and Berkshire Hathaway Primary Group increased. Berkshire Hathaway Specialty Group remained flat. However, the big news was that Berkshire Hathaway as a group at the end of the quarter had almost $85 billion in cash on its books. This is up from its previous record of about $73 billion at the end of June. The cash balance is likely to spark a fresh round of speculation as to who the 86-year-old Warren Buffett is going to buy next. Operating earnings climbed about 6.6% to $4.85 billion. It missed analyst estimates by about 10%, but nevertheless it was a pretty huge number. Not all of that $85 billion in cash is available for investments. Buffett has said that he wants to keep a cushion of at least $20 billion. The company, of course, is a major seller of reinsurance, and it requires large payouts after natural disasters and other cat events. Profits at Endurance more than doubled in the third quarter, just a month after the company agreed to sell itself to Sampo. The John Charman-led carrier operating profit jumped about 54% to about $103 million during the period, up from about $47 million for the same period last year. The big boost for the group's top-line growth was its insurance division, which saw premiums increase by about 27%. The profitability of the insurance division deteriorated significantly. Endurance reported a 104.6% combined ratio, up from about 84% in the same period last year. Endurance blamed 5 large but unspecified industry losses, which cost the market $2 billion and saw it pay the bill for about $16.5 million of claims. They didn't name the events, but probably one was the Gap warehouse fire. Another one could have been the SpaceX satellite loss. Another could have been the Husky Energy fire. According to a filing on the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange this morning, the insurance claim for the destruction of the satellite that was on the SpaceX rocket will total about $196 million. This is going to be a little bit less than some people had estimated. People had been throwing around the figures of $260 to $300 million up until just about a week ago. Insurers are expected to have written the policy on a replacement cost policy, a pre-launch insurance policy, so this will not cover business interruption or loss of revenue. It's understood that the policy was written by a Lloyd's consortium, and there may be one insurance-linked security fund that's on the policy. Supposedly that fund has already reserved for a potential small impact from this exposed contract. Colonial Pipeline in the United States has restarted its primary gasoline line 6 days after an explosion in Shelby County, Alabama, killed 1 worker and injured 4 others. A statement from Colonial said the pipe was restarted at about 6 a.m. yesterday morning. The pipe carries 1.3 million barrels of refined gasoline a day from Houston refineries to distribution centers in the southeast and eastern U.S. And the toxic smog that has enveloped New Delhi is now turning into a big problem economically. Over the weekend, the New Delhi government announced unprecedented steps, closing school for 3 days and putting a 5-day ban on construction and demolition. The government also wants to temporarily shut down a nearby coal-fired power plant. Earlier today, the Chamber of Commerce in India released a survey suggesting 5 to 10% of the New Delhi workforce has called in sick due to respiratory problems. The city has about 17 million people. It's been shrouded in thick smog for the past several weeks. And then tomorrow in the United States, finally, is the U.S. presidential election. The entire House of Representatives is up for re-election as well as a number of Senate seats and gubernatorial seats. Polls right now are showing that Hillary Clinton is still maintaining a 3 to 4 percentage point lead over Donald Trump, the Republican challenger. In about 48 hours, we'll know for sure. And mercifully, this election will be over. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.